You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
The NBA announced their Dunk of the Year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, good people.
Single up
Welcome everyone to the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the large program. Glad you are with us.
We're back.
I'm back. It's good to be back here back in the saddle, back at home, back
in the USSR.
Back here and talking sports with you today and talking gambling and getting closer to football. In fact, we have football tonight. Football tonight being played on the field. We'll talk about that game. Also, we got the Major League Baseball trade deadline is today. It's been very active in the Major League Baseball trade deadline season. Also, we got the big baseball series this weekend. One being played in Bristol, Tennessee.
It's only a series. It's just one.
It's
game.
one game at Bristol, but the series with the Reds and the Braves concludes with a game in Bristol on Saturday. We'll discuss that. Also, we'll discuss college football and look at the conferences and the futures for the conferences coming up this season. We got our top 5 today, and we got some basketball news as well. So a lot of stuff to get to today in this short hour of The Odds Couple. I'm Rob Fisher. Lang Whitaker is next to me. Hello, how are you?
How was your vacation?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good. I got a little more sun, if that was possible.
I'm leaving tomorrow on vacation. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the facial hair. Do you just let it go for the whole time?
I did.
Yeah. That's
I think when I got I had been letting it go, and I shaved the first day I got there.
That's what I'm thinking. Shave before I leave.
Yeah. And then you'll be good.
I didn't know.
Don't shave. Just frozen. Frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
All right, Aria.
Isn't that Elsa?
Whatever.
Elsa.
There's two of them.
I've never seen the movie.
Elsa and
I
somebody
don't
else.
know. I just know the
Elsa,
song.
Anna.
Yeah.
Elsa and Anna.
Yeah. That was close.
Yeah.
John Roser quoting Frozen. Very nice. How
that
are you?
movie I've never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Sure you haven't.
Movie I've never seen.
Sure you haven't.
If I don't have a kid, is it weird if I watch Frozen?
Now it feels like you have seen it. And
No, I've never seen Frozen. I don't think
it's weird. It's like a popular movie.
Okay.
It's
on
like
TV
watching
all
The Lion
time.
King. Did you ever watch The Lion King?
Once.
Okay.
I have seen the original Lion King one time.
Right.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
At the Hickory Ridge Mall. If you know, you know. Hickory Ridge Mall. Shout out to the Hickory Ridge Mall. May it kind of rest in peace. Right. It might as well. It might as well.
Yeah. CJ, how you doing, man?
Doing well. I saw Frozen for the first time. I lost a bet to Kevin Cerrito.
Okay.
It wasn't a bet. It was an understanding. I turn football games off when somebody gets up by 17. I go find something else to do. And he's like, yo, are you going to do it for the Super Bowl? I said, yeah, why wouldn't I do it for the Super Bowl? I don't care about it like that. It's that you go down 17, like you're going to lose the game. It was the Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl.
Oh.
So at halftime, I turn it off, go watch Frozen, and Kevin, Dustin Starr, other people, Eli Savoy, they're all texting me and messaging me on social media like, yo, you don't have to do this. Go watch the game. But I'm a man of principle, if nothing else. So I missed that comeback. I missed everything from the second half on watching Frozen.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, good Frozen story to start things off here on The Odds Couple today. We got a great gambling story to start things off
it's a story.
Here today. It's a story.
Or it's a matter of national security. It's something.
One of those. Former Memphis Grizzly, Gilbert Arenas, and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested on a federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino mansion that Arenas owned. I love this. In the release, it says Arenas, a.k.a. Agent Zero.
Yes.
That is what he's known as.
Is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. He's pled not guilty, was released on $50,000 bond, and has a court date set for September 23rd. Now, Arenas came out of jail today dancing and smiling, saying he was going to snitch. And saying that all he did was rented out the house, so he didn't have anything to do with it, other than rent out the house to Israeli mobsters. That's all he did.
What's the part that's illegal about it? I mean, it's people gambling in a house, right?
Well,
I don't know exactly.
The thing is, it's high-stakes poker where the house gets a cut.
Oh, and so it's like a tax problem?
Yes.
Yeah,
and then not only does the house get a cut, but they also hire like
workers.
Women.
Yeah.
They get drugs, drink. I mean, just
this is called Molly's Game.
It's
if anybody's ever seen Molly's Game. That's where Michael Cera is playing. Actually, who in real life he was playing. The real story is he would have been playing Tobey Maguire.
Right. Supposedly.
Tobey Maguire. Yeah. Reportedly that was So
we'll see what happens with Agent Zero, the former Memphis Grizzly who was Agent 10 when he was in Memphis.
So they probably told Arenas, all you got to do is rent this house, and you're just going to get a cut of whatever happens in the house.
Right.
You don't know anything, but just rent this house in your name, and we'll give you a cut.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is what happens.
You have Israeli intelligence officers getting arrested. Sounds like something the CIA wants to know about or the FBI wants to know about.
I think they do
it's
know
like,
about
hey, we need leverage over some people, so how do we do it? Oh, let's do this.
Yeah, and then this arrest came just 3 days after former NBA player and ESPN analyst Marcus Morris Sr. was arrested on fraud charges for writing bad checks over $260,000 from markers in Las Vegas casinos. Now, Marcus Morris said, with all the money that I spent, you thought they would have given me some time to pay off these debts, but they didn't. So, it just happened this way. But I have the money. So, all right.
Yeah,
you wrote bad checks. Right. Like, you can't write the bad. Hang on, by the way. When you get a marker, isn't it they're just giving it to you?
You got to pay it back.
And then you will pay it back.
Yeah.
So, seemingly, did he try to pay it back with writing them a check?
Bad checks.
Sounds like that.
Yes.
So he's saying you would give me a chance to make this right. They did.
He needed more time.
You wrote bad checks.
He needed more time.
You were trying to make it right by writing bad.
He needed another marker to need more time.
That's what made it wrong.
Right.
Making it right would have been if the check went through. That's making the marker right.
Now, my favorite Gilbert Arenas story when he was with the Grizzlies. And this one I knew he should stay away from any sort of gambling. And this is a guy who had made.
When Javaris Grandin almost killed him on a plane?
Well, that was in the locker room in D.C.,
Yeah.
When we were in New Orleans and we were going to the casino, And it's a bunch of, the truck people, TV truck people, and me and Hasseltine. And there's like 8 of us in Gilbert Arenas. And as we're walking to the casino, he gets all serious and he says, hey, fellas, you want to know how to take down the casino? We're all like, all right, well.
Let's hear this.
He's like, let's call the Israeli intelligence guy.
Listen, what do we got? What do we got here, Gilbert? And Gilbert says, here's what you do. You play blackjack, right? You bet $100. If you lose, you bet $200.
What?
If you lose, you bet $400.
Yeah.
And you're going to win. And I looked at him, I said, what happens if I lose like 12 in a row? He goes, you just double it again. I was like, I don't have that money, dude. What do you mean? Well, no kidding. I would win if I keep doubling it. No.
Can you send me to the $1 blackjack table where I can do this?
Eventually you call Marcus Morris. And you're like, I need a check.
I need a marker. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say this. The first time I went to Vegas to play blackjack, that was sort of my strategy.
Right.
Not 100 to 200 to 400 to 8. But I thought, well, when you lose, just keep betting, right? Like just keep, maybe not double it, but just up it a little bit because eventually it's going to hit. And by that point, you'll pay off the other ones. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Don't work that way.
I guess not.
It does not work that way. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. Like Gilbert has gotten
It
himself
sounds like
into a
that
lot of
story
trouble.
about how Shaq on Inside the NBA talks about putting gas in your car. Have you ever seen the
Yes.
Yeah.
And that you do it when it's
let it
half
go down
full,
to half and go back up
because then you put in less gas.
Yeah. The same kind of math, I think.
That's exactly right. Big news with the Memphis Grizzlies this week. The Grizzlies are going to Europe. They're going to play a game in London and a game in Berlin against the Orlando Magic. The games will take place in January. Looking forward to it as Ja Morant and the Grizzlies will be showcased against the Magic in London and in Berlin. I think it's exciting news for the organization.
For sure.
Exciting news for the team. I think an opportunity to gain a lot of eyeballs on your team and showcase Ja Morant. I mean, he's the superstar, certainly. It is unfortunate that it happens over MLK Day, and that's not going to happen this year. So that's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate we're not going to see Desmond Bane and the Orlando Magic come to town. That's kind of minor.
It's all right.
But I think overall this is exciting stuff. They're going to play January 15th in Berlin, January 18th in the O2 Arena in London as well. Both games are the first 2 games played outside of North America for the Grizzlies in a regular season matchup. The team had competed in preseason matchups in France, Puerto Rico, and Spain, but the last one was in 2007. So it's been a long time since the Grizzlies have been overseas. I think it's good that the Grizzlies are a team that's being showcased
I've been
worldwide.
here a decade now, and the last one was well before I was here.
Yeah.
And it's, every year you see all these other teams go over there, and you're like, when do we get a chance at this? Mm-hmm. So it's cool that we got the chance. It's unfortunate it's during the MLK, but that'll be back next year, and it's cool to get over there and get to these games. I'm just ready for us to do the live odds couple show.
Right.
From there.
Yeah, well, since they're there a week, we'd get to do 2 shows.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Go get your passport.
I would imagine we're doing the odds couple live from where they.
From the O2?
The O2, and then I think where the fall of the Berlin Wall happened. I mean, I imagine
that's in Berlin.
Yeah, exactly. We're in Berlin, and that's where we're gonna be. They're gonna set us up right where the wall fell when
they turned Checkpoint Charlie into a
Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Like, that's where we're gonna do the odds couple, right there.
Yeah.
That's where they've already got us booked. Seriously, are y'all going?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think because of
unless the odds couple gets to go.
I would now the schedule hasn't come out, the television schedule hasn't come out, the national television schedule hasn't come out, which everybody's kind of waiting for since it's new this year. Yeah. But I would imagine with these being global games that they'll be nationally televised.
Yeah, I would imagine
that would be my guess, which is BS.
Right. Right.
I think they should be locally televised and nationally televised.
You know what that means? That means an hour-long warm-up show.
Oh.
Live on Grind City Media. So
maybe that should go there.
Let's go.
Big double post show afterwards.
From O2.
Get you some DP from the O2. That's right.
Other interesting stuff in the NBA this week. Apparently, Luka Doncic is in amazing shape. He has transformed his body. He's on the cover of Men's Health magazine this month, and just looks just unbelievable.
Some of the photos inside, he looks even thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the arm stuff right there, that's a little.
Yeah.
That's airbrushing. That's a little extra barbecue sauce on the wings.
I mean, do we see this magazine and think, oh no, Lakers, watch out?
No,
I think I always thought that.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you needed to show me the magazine to know, like, hey, like if you have a healthy Luka Doncic, like I don't know if the Lakers' ceiling is championship. I tend to probably think it's not, because if LeBron's your second, I don't think LeBron can be your second best player on the title team anymore. But like, if Luka's your best player, like, and he's healthy, like, you've got a pretty high floor. Like 7-8 seed is probably your floor. So your ceiling, you have Luka. They were the 3 seed in the regular season last year, and they didn't even have them for the whole year. So like, you have Luka and LeBron, and everybody said, well, LeBron 40. What, dude? LeBron's old as hell for the last 4 years, and he's still really awesome in the regular season. And then they don't have enough depth, and he has to play 45 minutes in the postseason, and his body just can't do that anymore. But for the regular season, like, the Lakers are going to be really good.
The weird part is that Luka now is like on this media tour to talk about how he used to be fat. Like he's
a real media tour.
He was on the Today Show.
What the hell was that? Why is he on the Today Show? It's like,
I mean, maybe that was part of this magazine thing. Was, you know, you do this cover shoot, we'll get you on the Today Show and other stuff.
But it's like, people do that when they're like the apology tour, like Chris Brown when he got in trouble for his domestic stuff with like Rihanna.
It feels like a screw the Mavs.
He's sorry for being fat. That's what he's.
Yeah, or like Kanye when he freaking goes wild, and like then he's got to go on CNN or a national and apologize to everybody. Like,
right,
Luka, you don't have to apologize for getting fat. Like, it's America, man. Like, people get fat. Like,
people drink beer.
My whole life's been an apology tour.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, if you're gonna. Are we at that point in America where we got to go on television and start apologizing for being fat? Like, I don't think Luka needs to. Luka, you don't need to do that, man. God loves you the way you are.
That's right. And the way he is, he's a big fella. But what's amazing is how big, and for how great Luka looks, how big NBA players are.
Yeah.
There was a picture this week where Luka went to Yankee Stadium. Now, Aaron Judge is a monster, right? A monster. And Luka stood next to Aaron Judge. Look at him. I mean, Judge still looks like a monster.
Judge is still pretty damn big. Aaron Judge is pretty big.
But I mean, Luka's right there.
By the way, don't they list Aaron Judge at 6'6"?
I thought 6'8".
Okay, I was going to say, because Aaron Judge looks taller than Luka.
Yeah, he is. But I
Luka
think
does look skinny, man. He does. Luka does look skinny. He's been
dangerous. Luka
6'7". He's listed at 6'7". 6'7".
Wow. All right.
I don't know. Luka may not be the 6'8" height for Luka. Maybe cap.
I thought he was like 6'6".
Everybody has Luka. They list Luka at 6'8". He doesn't look 6'8" in that.
No.
Aaron Judge is taller than him.
Yes. And he's got massive guns.
He does have guns. Like
Luka's.
I thought he must have a license for those, because I don't think you're supposed to be carrying around guns in New York City. I'm pretty sure you get in trouble for that.
That's right.
Luka's Wikipedia has him at 6'6".
Okay.
Oh, all right.
There's also a picture going around of Luka and Aaron Judge without Jazz Chisholm in the photo.
Right, because Jazz looks like they're
But like Chisholm must
guy.
have seen the photo happening and be like, let me get in here, and ran over and got the photo.
Right.
It's kind of because I was like, well, let's use the one without Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, use the one just with Judge to make Luka look as good as he is looking right now. Speaking of baseball, the Major League Baseball trade deadline is today at 5 o'clock. My St. Louis Cardinals are throwing in the towel for the second time in the last 3 years. It's really a sad organization, and watching them get shut out by the Miami Marlins the last 2 nights was pathetic for the Cardinals. And now the Cardinals, they're selling, and they sold Ryan Helsley, closer for the Cardinals. He goes to the New York Mets. And the Mets now have built a pretty darn good bullpen. I mean, Helsley, a 2-time All-Star with the Cardinals, and was a great closer in St. Louis. Well, the Mets have Edwin Diaz as their closer. So Helsley goes there. They also get Taylor Rogers from San Francisco. So New York bolstering their team. Closers have been the hot commodity in this trade deadline. Mason Miller leaving the A's to go to the San Diego Padres, and they have one of the top bullpens in the league as well. You had Johan Duran going to the Philadelphia Phillies. Who else? Eric Bednar looks like he's going to the New York Yankees.
Can
from
I
the
interest you
Pittsburgh
in
Pirates.
Raisel Iglesias?
Well, he's available.
Yes. we'd love to move him. Or any interest in Marcelo Zuna, designated hitter.
You don't love him?
He's been really bad like the last 2 months. He got benched a couple weeks ago. They let him play this weekend against the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, you're going to let this guy play and he's going to stink and it's going to hurt his value. And he hit 2 home runs in that series. So I was like, yes, but he's got the 5-10 deal. He can be a free agent after this year, but he also has a trade. He can veto a trade.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to be able to move him or Iglesias. But I would love it if the Braves followed the lead of the Cardinals and were like, let's pack it in. Let's get some prospects in here.
Yeah. The problem with the Cardinals,
and Acuna's hurt.
The Helsley deal, they got 3 prospects. None of them are in the top 100.
The Mets give up a bunch of people on those 2 trades. They give up 6 guys, I think. But I thought some of those guys were supposedly good.
Not those. The Cardinals then traded Steven Matz to Boston, and they got what's my guy's name? Roser, you guys were talking about him, the kid from DeSoto. Blaze.
Oh.
Just Blaze.
What about the dude Mason Miller was the guy last year who we loved on the A's. The closer was like a flamethrower, and they got the Padres' #1 prospect back for him. I think it was a catcher or somebody they got back. So
yeah, Mason Miller's thrown 200 pitches, 102 plus miles per hour since 2022. The Padres, as a staff, have 0 since that time. So Mason Miller comes in to throw some heat. Also, Eugenio Suarez, third baseman for the Diamondbacks, he's shipped to the Seattle Mariners, a guy who was really on the Yankees' radar, but goes to Seattle. That trade deadline ends today at 5 o'clock. Many more will be on the move before it's over. NFL preseason starts tonight. The NFL preseason Hall of Fame game tonight. And boy, do we have some news on tonight's preseason Hall of Fame game. Trey Lance getting the start. Roser, what do you know about Trey Lance?
Well, I know he hasn't really gotten a chance to play in his NFL career. He got hurt in his second the season that he was supposed to be the full-time starter for the 49ers. He got hurt in the second game of the season in the second quarter, I believe, in that game. And then he never took another snap for the Niners again. Jimmy Garoppolo took over from there. Garoppolo got hurt midway through the year, and Brock Purdy took over from there, and they've never looked back, really. It was so weird. Lance, he didn't get to play his last year of college because they had COVID. I think he played 1 game or something because of the COVID. It was the COVID year, and he just has never had. These guys got to play. You've got to play. You've got to get the reps, and he has never been in a situation. It's like after a couple of seasons in the NFL, he was with the Niners, and he backed up, and then he was going to start, and he got hurt. And then he was gone, and he was in Dallas, and you're behind Dak Prescott, and you never get to play there either. And you look up later, and now it's like, well, now you're not a young quarterback that anybody's going to give you a chance to. Now you're a veteran quarterback, and you've never gotten the reps or the chances to be good. I hope he plays well.
Are we going to see starters at all tonight for these teams?
No.
So you know who the Lions' backup is? Hendon Hooker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get to see some happy hooker out there for the Lions.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Let's hope so. All right, we're just underway here on the Odds Couple on this Thursday afternoon. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a lot of college football as we are here in Week 49, just a couple of weeks away from Week 0 of the college football season. We'll look at some of the championship futures for the major conferences and the American when we come back on the show. Plus, later we'll have our top 5. We'll get back to the NFL for that. We got some fish nuggets, which have to do with baseball today. And we got a lot more coming your way here on the Odds Couple. Keep it right here on Grind City Media.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies Message and data rates may apply.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
The NBA announced their Dunk of the Year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Odds Couple. We're with you every Monday and Thursday here on the program at 2 o'clock. Glad you're with us here today. Monday, we recap the weekend. Thursday, we look ahead to the weekend. And we got football coming up here in a couple of weeks as we are in week 49 of the season, chapter 6, week 49. Looking forward to moving on to chapter 7 as we get into week 0 in just a couple of weeks. We do have football starting tonight. Thursday night football for the foreseeable future begins tonight. And it starts with the NFL Hall of Fame game. We'll talk more about that coming up here in a little bit. We got our fish nuggets and our weekly top 5 coming up a little bit later on as well. Free picks before we get out of here today as well. But want to talk a little college football. The Southeastern Conference, we're getting ready to get started with the SEC season. And
Yes,
as
we
we
are.
look at the SEC futures for the championship for the Southeastern Conference, you have the Texas Longhorns at the top at plus 270, followed by Georgia at plus 290. And then you have Alabama at plus 470 and LSU plus 700. Those are all the ones that are below 1,500, where Texas A&M lies. It seems as though, are you surprised at the love Alabama's getting?
It's wild because Alabama, they have the best rating on the college football game. The talent, the blue chip, like I know Bill.
Analytics love them.
Yeah, the analytics love this Alabama team. So, but I look at it and I go, Ty Simpson's their quarterback. I don't know.
He doesn't have the reps.
Right, doesn't have the reps. So I think the Texas thing's there because of Arch Manning. The reason they're the favorite is because Arch Manning. They will get the bets. If you don't have Texas, they may not be the most talented team, but you have to put them at that price because if you put them lower than that, people are going to bet it just because of Arch Manning. He'll get public vote. I don't know anything about Georgia and who Georgia's quarterback is going to be either. So I think there's a lot of questions because Arch Manning, there's talent there clearly, but when Arch Manning played last year, it's not like he blew the doors off anybody throwing the ball. It was not amazing. So
Sounds like Steve Spurrier over here.
you know,
What about Georgia?
I don't know what to expect. I know, so the quarterback's Gunnar Stockton, who came in
that's right.
last
Gunnar.
year. And, he played that game against Notre Dame. It was okay.
he played in the Texas.
Yeah, a little bit. And then
the SEC
and then
title
Beck
game.
came back in
Yeah.
and got the play at the handoff at the end of the game. SEC championship game against Texas. He went 20 for 32 for 234 yards. No, I'm sorry, against Notre Dame. 20 for 32, 234 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and Georgia lost.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They've actually for the first time brought in a bunch of guys on the transfer portal. They've got a couple of speed guys. They got another running back. They've actually got guys. They're always stacked on defense. They've lost 2 or 3 of the starting offensive linemen. They lost something like 10 of the linemen and linebackers who played most of the minutes last year. So I think it's really going to be this is it's starting to get to be the test of can you just plug guys into this system? And I don't know if they can or not. Stockton's the one that's pretty interesting though. He was okay, but he's not one of these Arch Manning 5-star recruits.
Right.
You know, so I don't know what to expect from him.
But we've seen teams with a ton of talent with okay quarterbacks go out there and win. Georgia's done it a couple of times. Alabama has done it a couple of times. The talent is still there on the field, and Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football right now. So Georgia's sitting there with a BCR of 84%. That means 84% of their roster is 4- and 5-star recruits. I understand they're not returning a ton of starters. I think they're returning like 7 players on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But you got that type of talent and Kirby Smart as your head coach. That's all you need, I would think. You'd be good to go.
I mean, everybody. I've seen a few people talk about Georgia's coming off a couple of kind of down. See, they're 24-4 the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't. When you start talking about, all right, fine, Georgia's coming off of a down year. They're still in the playoffs. You're talking about Alabama coming off of a down year. They went 9-3 last year, and they're bringing back a ton of starters as well and a ton of production. As we go to the notebook,
Which one?
Workplace Slay.
Oh,
All day.
Every day. Per True Media, each of the last 8 champs returned at least 11 players with 6 or more starts the previous year. Of the 10 teams with the best odds per FanDuel, 4 of those teams fit this metric. Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Penn State. Alabama's bringing back roughly, I think, 12 players on both offense and defense. They're bringing back 9 on the defensive side of the ball alone. So, yeah, while was a defense suspect at times last year for Alabama, absolutely. But you have to think that Kalen DeBoer, if he's a good coach, he's got their blue chip is 89%. Their blue chip rating, that's damn near 90% of the roster, 4-star, 5-star recruits. If he's the coach that people think that he is, gets them another year of experience, coaches them up, that defense will be much improved. BCR teams, by the way, have to have at least no team under 50% has ever won a national title. The lowest BCR was Clemson. Only 52% of their roster in 2016 was 4- and 5-star recruits. So, like, that's why that matters.
All right, when you look at the teams that are plus 4 digits, 1,500 or worse, you have A&M, Florida, Ole Miss at 1,900, Auburn 2,000, Oklahoma 2,200, Tennessee 3,100, South Carolina 3,200. Is there a team that you think one of those outliers could
I know Roser's favorite.
sneak up there?
Well, you want to. Ole Miss has still never been to Atlanta, but I'd like to think we know what they shell out in the portal and their NIL collective. We know what Ole Miss does every year. They're great in the portal. Lane Kiffin, from the day he kind of got there in the portal, all that started, he said, "Okay, we're going to be active in this," and they have been. Florida would be another one with Lagway. If he is awesome, the quarterback position's a game changer, and if he is awesome, however, their schedule is murderous again. How do they keep having to play like the toughest schedule? They play the toughest schedule in the country. It's been like 3 years in a row they've had to do this, and they just can't catch a break there. And then always, as I said with the quarterback position, point to South Carolina. And if that Sellers kid is as elite as what some people think, that's another one too. If you got the quarterback, it can change a lot of things.
I like South Carolina.
Plus 3,200
Yeah,
for
that's the
South
one I
Carolina.
would go after.
I think mine would be Ole Miss at plus 1,900.
That Ole Miss quarterback, Austin Simmons, he came in. Georgia last year knocked Jackson Dart out, and he came in and went 6 for 7 for like 70-something yards.
Led him on a touchdown
Yeah,
drive,
he
too.
was awesome when he came in.
Yeah.
That kid was really good. He's already graduated, too. He's 19 years old. He's already graduated. And there's been some stuff like Lane Kiffin seems pretty – like he knows he's got something here.
I'm steering clear of
We'll see.
Auburn.
Oh, I would stay clear of Auburn, too.
I just, like –
Did you see the
Jackson
story?
Arnold's entry. Like,
Well, did you see the story about him the other day?
what
About
happened with him?
Hugh Freeze had to ask the defensive coordinator not to be too tricky against Jackson Arnold because he just wants to get his confidence up.
Oh, gosh.
He said
so
confidence
we're at
is
that
the most
point.
important
We're
thing.
at that point. Okay.
All right, well, that should work.
Well,
My
that's-
question with Ole Miss is, Georgia's facing this issue, and I have faith in Kirby Smart. Can Ole Miss just are they at the point where they can just plug and chug, where they just put dudes in and it'll be successful? I know they are skill position wise and quarterback wise, but where Ole Miss made the biggest gains last year was in the trenches and on the defensive side of the ball. They lost all of that.
Yeah.
So is Lane Kiffin able to replace those types of players and still be successful year in, year out?
That is the question to be asked. Did they go out and realize, like, hey, that did matter, having that depth on the defensive line, and did they replace it? We'll find out.
Yeah.
The two teams that I think are going to absolutely suck are Mississippi State and Kentucky. I am going to hit today. I'm going to hit under 3.5 wins for Mississippi State. Chris read it off on the show. 80% of their rosters first and second year players.
And
look at
their schedule is brutal.
I was like, they're going to go 0-8 in the SEC. They're easy. They're technically easier games would be Arkansas and Missouri, and they're both on the road. And then in their non-conference, they play Arizona State, who
the quarterback's back.
Should be better than them, like Arizona State should.
Arizona State will be.
Yeah. And they play Alcorn. They should beat Alcorn. But they're Alcorn and their other guns are at Southern Miss, which they should win at Southern Miss, but who knows. And then the other one's Northern Illinois, who freaking won at Notre Dame last year. So, I mean, clearly they have a solid program.
Yeah. Florida Gators are plus 1,700, although there are a lot of people that are liking the Florida Gators because of their quarterback, DJ Lagway. Billy Napier, head coach of the Gators, talked about the expectations coming into this season.
The first thing I would say about expectations is when we talk about expectation, I think the important part is what we expect from each other. And I think we've learned that, right? I think it's not only do you need to block out noise, but it's absolutely necessary that you do it, right? So I think we got to have high expectations for each other. We see each other every day, right? I think this is player to player, it's coach to player, coach to coach, all parts of our organization. So that's where we spend our focus. I really believe that's when the magic happens, right? Is when, you look around that locker room and you trust the people. I think there's connection. There's a chemistry that's needed in this game. I think if you look at who's had success over the last couple of years, it's veteran teams that have really good connection. So when I think about expectations, I think about what we expect from each other. I also think that it's about execution. You talk about our schedule. I firmly believe that that'll be earned in the fall. So we can talk a lot about potential for the next 40 days, but we'll play the game.
Play the game.
Yep. I don't expect
He's
much.
coaching for his job.
Yes.
Yes.
He's expecting that
Clearly.
that they're going to win 7 or 8 games and keep his job. But
There's quite a few probably in the SEC.
Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman's another one.
Stoops.
Yeah.
Depending on how it goes, Baton Rouge.
If they lose their first game again.
The Plains.
Yeah, for
Auburn.
sure.
I mean, there's a few that could. We'll get to the ACC, but if you want to combine Billy Napier with the other ones, I'll have a question for you guys when we get to the ACC.
Well, let's do the ACC. ACC Conference Championship game winner. Clemson's the favorite at plus 110. After that's Miami of Florida at plus 410, and then Louisville plus 750, SMU plus 950, and then you go all the way to plus 1,400 for Georgia Tech. Clemson, the clear favorite in the ACC.
I mean, they got all of the talent. They bring back the entire passing game. They bring back the quarterback. They bring back their top 3 receivers. They bring back 4 of the 5 starters on the offensive line. They bring back 8 defensive players. Again, the defense, particularly against the run, was really, really bad for Clemson last year. But you have to think that Dabo will get those guys coached up. But it was in losses last year, Clemson allowed 234 yards per game on the ground. In wins, they allowed 131 yards per game. So it was 103 yards more in losses versus wins. But you have to believe Dabo is one of the better coaches in college football. He's got talent on that side of the ball. He'll get them coached up, and they'll be ready to go. I don't see much of anything standing in their way in the ACC.
North Carolina plus 4,300 under Bill Belichick this season. So doesn't look good.
The one I would take a flyer on is Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech plus
1400.
1400.
Haynes
Yeah.
King.
Haynes King's really good, but their offensive coordinator, Buster Faulkner, just got like a 2-year deal. He's one of the highest paid offensive coordinators in the country. He was really, really, really good last year. He had him in that game against Georgia. They're kind of outmanned every single game, but he's super creative. Georgia Tech, I think they're worth a double look there.
Let me see. Put those odds back up again. There's a couple teams that stand out on the ACC odds. One is
Here comes Florida
Miami
State.
because Carson Beck is now their quarterback, who has seemingly had everything in the world wrong happen to him since he got down to Miami. Like, the guy's had his car broken into, like, he's gotten injured, or he's coming off the UCL injury that he suffered in the SEC title game last year. 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and Carson Beck showed that when you put pressure on him, that it is very difficult. He is not – Miami has talent, but Miami does not have the talent that Georgia has, and I think this season is going to go very sideways for him and Miami. The other one on there is Florida State, who's 25-1 to win the ACC. If Florida State ends the season in the ACC right there, and those are how it has them ranked preseason right there according to the odds, Florida State's going to be looking for a new coach, and it's possible Miami's looking for a new coach, and I think Miami probably is going to be looking for a new coach. But if I asked you guys, percentage chance all 3 Florida schools are looking for a new coach next year, what would you say?
I would say there's a good chance.
Percentage.
Oh, I'll go
Percentage.
All 3 of them.
50.
I'm going to go 0.
0.
0% chance all 3 of
Yeah.
them. CJ.
I'll go 11.37.
I'm going high. I'm
11.37.
going 50. I think they're all going.
One of them's got to be all right.
Well, percentage chance, 2 of them are looking for new head coaches.
60.
I'd make that higher. Yeah, like 50.
Oh, wow. You go from 0 to 50.
I'd go 24.2.
24.2.
Yes.
Percentage chance, 1 of them is looking for a new head coach
75.
next year.
80.
Yeah, 80.
I'd go 77.379.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
What about none of them?
Percentage chance,
0.
none of them. I think that's a 0.
I think it's a 0.
I think it's more likely Florida State depends so much. I like that Castellanos kid.
He's good.
He's fun. That kid's fun. I trust him way more than I trust Carson Beck.
Do you trust,
just
do you
so-
trust Gus Malzahn?
Do what?
Do you trust Gus Malzahn?
I like Gus. I like Gus. Yeah.
Castellanos was so up and down last year. Like
Yeah.
he looked awesome in some of those games, and then he looked terrible in some.
Oh, he was awesome against Florida State. I guarantee you that's part of the reason. I'm like, yeah, give me from Norvell's like, give me that kid. But man, I'm gonna say 2 of them are gone,
All right.
and Norvell keeps his job
Okay.
because I like him.
Because you like him. That's right. Big 12 Conference Championship futures, their game winner. This is the one that is more wide open than any other conference. You have Kansas State at the top, tied with Texas Tech, both at plus 550. Utah right behind, plus 600, along with Baylor and Arizona State, all at plus 600, and TCU plus 800. So you got 2, 4, 6 teams that are vying for that top spot that are all really close on the odds right there.
You know who I like in the Big 12? And they're plus 1,500. Kansas. Do you remember like Jalen Daniels a couple years ago? It was like he's back. He's healthy. And you know it's wide open. Like
Didn't
this.
Kansas play somewhere off campus last year? I mean,
They played at Arrowhead. They played UNLV at Arrowhead.
Weren't they redoing their stadium or something
Yeah.
last year? I don't know. And so they're moving back to campus, and they got the quarterback.
Yeah, he's good.
Kansas is interesting, plus 1,500. And with it being as wide open as it is, I mean, why not take a flyer somewhere else with that conference, for sure.
I think Matt Campbell, Iowa State, he's always got a feisty team. I think the other one to look at is there at the top. The second team is Texas Tech because they've got the former Texas Tech football player. I think he played offensive line. He's a billionaire oil guy. He's the one funding all of this.
Yep.
He's funding the basketball team, the football team. Hell,
Softball team.
Paid the softball girl $1 million just to pitch softball there. So, I mean, clearly they will just spend whatever they want on sports.
Yeah. Arizona State got to the CFP last year, and they returned 10 starters on defense. They also bring back their quarterback. They bring back their top receiver. They bring back a lot of offensive line starters and a lot of offensive line depth as well.
I like their coach, too.
Their coach is fun. The only thing they're missing is Scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
And Scatterboo was phenomenal. That I will always remember Scatterboo running around on the football field. But there's a lot of talent still there at Arizona State, returning talent.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, BCR, nobody in the Big 12 is close to 50%. Maybe Texas Tech gets there with the billionaire oil guy in 3 or 4 years, but nobody's
is close.
And when you look at the top 13 teams in terms of Vegas odds to win it all, like there's no Big 12 team. I don't think that. I think you go down to the 20s, maybe 25 before you stumble across a Big 12 team. But as far as conference goes, I'll roll with Arizona State.
They've done a great job of building schools you've heard of, but are bad at football.
Right.
We know these schools.
Yeah.
We've heard of these schools, but they're not really good football schools.
Right.
Congratulations, Big 12.
And then you have the Big Ten Conference Championship futures. This one's pretty simple. There are 3 teams: Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon. Then you have to go down to Michigan, who's 11-1, USC 20-1, Iowa 38, Nebraska 39, Illinois 42, Indiana 43, Washington 50. But the top one's Ohio State plus 185, Penn State plus 220, Oregon plus 350.
Ohio State,
Yeah.
just because you know the talent. I just don't believe in Drew Aller.
Me neither. I was about to say.
I
just
don't-
wouldn't- I would
yeah,
not bet on
like-
Penn State. That's the one thing I wouldn't do.
I watch Aller play, and I'm like, okay, like he's fine. Maybe some of that's the play calling. Maybe it is the play calling. Maybe it's just not an innovative
he wears those
enough
big necklaces. That makes me think he has bad
but
judgment.
like that pick he threw in that Notre Dame game last year towards the end of it, that was just like, oh my gosh, man. Like, dude, what are you doing? That one. And then the team that's interesting is, well, one, this could be Lincoln Riley's last year at USC. This
Yep.
could be, if he hasn't gotten it turned around at all. We'll see if they can play Big Ten football. The other one is CJ. Is Underwood going to start for Michigan?
He's making $10 million. He's making $10 million. Yeah, my assumption is the kid is going to get out there and start. So we'll see. True freshman quarterback at Michigan, and that's something that they struggled with last year, was throwing the football anywhere on the field, throwing it short, throwing screens,
Well,
throwing
just
the
run
ball
it every
deep.
time anyway.
Yeah, well, listen, oh my gosh, it's tater toe season.
I know you love to take
I
the toter.
love watching them tote the tater, but eventually you do got to push the ball
Yes.
downfield some. And hopefully he can help them do that. Penn State, I don't think Aller matters. They bring everybody back on the offensive line. They bring back 1,000-yard rusher as well. Just tote the damn tater and say, Drew, just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
We got a good defense. We got good offensive linemen. We got a good to great running back, maybe a potentially special running back. Just run the damn football and call it a day. You don't have to push the ball downfield with a quarterback like Drew Aller and risk him making mistakes or risk him pitting you in 3rd and long situations because on 2nd and 7 you decided you wanted to try and throw the football. Like, come on, man. Don't do that. Be smart.
Yeah. And then we have the American Conference. And there are 5 teams vying for the top spot. You have Tulane at the top, UTSA at plus 420, Navy plus 470, and Memphis plus 500, all bunched up there, and South Florida at plus 650.
I'm taking Memphis.
Plus the 500.
Yeah.
A lot of questions with Memphis.
Yeah, whatever. What do you want, Tulane? Come on.
Yeah, screw them. Go Tigers. We went to Tulane last year on Thanksgiving, walked in that trap, took over that trap.
That's right.
Got a dub.
That's right.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Go Tigers. All right.
Hashtag win one for Seth.
Win one for All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to do our top 5. We'll look at tonight's NFL preseason matchup. We got free picks and more before we get out of here. This is the Odds Couple here on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
to get to the main event. And you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel. Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the 3rd time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the large program. Don't forget, we're back with you on Monday as well. Each week we do our top 5 list, and with the NFL season, preseason, getting underway tonight with the Hall of Fame game, we're going to do our top 5 NFL teams preseason power ranking.
All right.
All right. I'll go ahead and get started. Here's how we're going this year on our preseason power ranking. This is subject to change. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills at number 5. They just can't crack it. They just can't get ahead of Kansas City or Baltimore, I don't think. Number 4, I got the Eagles at 4. Now, that might seem a little too low, but my reasoning is it's so hard to repeat as Super Bowl champs in the NFL. Everything has to go right for you to win a championship. And can it go right for you again 2 years in a row? I'm going to doubt it. So I'm going to put the Eagles at number 4. I like the Commanders to be the NFC East representative this year. They win the NFC East as we have another new NFC East winner for, I don't know how many years in a row that would be, but it would be another one, and we're going to go with the Commanders. I like the moves that they've made this offseason. I think they've gotten Jaden Daniels some weapons. I think they're going to be better. They've gotten some line play as well. Laramie Tunsil going there. So I like what the Commanders have done. Number 2, I'll stick with the Chiefs as long as they have Patrick Mahomes, and until they show that they can't dominate the AFC regular season and have home field advantage, I'm going to keep them near the top.
Okay.
And I guess I'm going to take the Ravens as finally breaking through, getting there. This is the year for the Ravens. It's the year of the Raven this year. Finally, the Ravens get it done this year. I have them at number 1. Len.
Well, I've got the 2. You mentioned 2 teams that haven't been able to crack through, haven't been able to break through. I've got those teams not in the 1-2. I got Detroit number 5 just because I love Dan Campbell, best coach in the NFL.
Yep.
3 and 4, I got the Ravens and the Bills, the 2 teams that haven't been able to break through it. And I just think if you can't break through, you can't break through.
Yep.
I like what the Chiefs have done. I like they've gotten some guys healthy. They got the linemen. They actually look like they've gotten a little bit better across the board. Didn't the Chiefs go 15-2 last year?
I believe so.
They were really good.
Nobody cares about
I'll keep the
last
Chiefs
year.
number 2.
Screw them.
And to be the champs, you got to beat the champs, and no one's beaten the Eagles yet. So I'm sticking with the Eagles at number 1.
All right.
CJ?
Number 5 for me, I will go with the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Higgins on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what the hell they're doing defensively. I don't know who's going to be out there.
If they can just be good.
If they can be fine.
Fine.
Just fine.
Don't be god-awful like last year.
Especially in September.
Yeah.
Like, you got to start way faster than 0-2 or 1-3 or 1-4 like they've been doing the past handful of seasons.
1-3 like each of the last 2 to 3 seasons.
Come on, man. Step that up some. Ahead of them, their division rivals. I'll go with the Baltimore Ravens. The Bills get the edge over the Ravens because last time I saw those 2 teams play, it was the playoffs, and the Bills did find a way to win that game. Both Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow are special quarterbacks in this day and age. I will go with the Chiefs at number 2. Patrick Mahomes does need some skill position help, but that Chiefs defense is legit. Patrick Mahomes, one of the best third down quarterbacks in the NFL, completing about 65% of his passes on third down. So if he can continue to do that, the Chiefs will be just fine. Just wish they had a receiver or two out there to help my boy Patrick Mahomes out. And number one, I'll go with the Philadelphia Eagles. 3 straight seasons of double-digit wins. 2 of the 3 seasons have resulted in them getting to a Super Bowl. 6-2 playoff record the past 3 seasons as well. That is a really talented Eagles team, a really talented football team, one of the more talented teams in the NFL right now. Until somebody knocks them off, I'll keep them at 1.
All right. Roser?
I really wish I could redo this list.
What, take the Chiefs out?
No, I would take the Eagles out completely. The Lions at number 5, but the Lions got a lot of questions. They're replacing both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Also, all-pro Frank Ragnow, the center, all-pro center, retired. That matters a ton, but they still got great offensive linemen outside of that around Jared Goff, because when you have a quarterback like Jared Goff, you better be able to block for him, because that guy's a statue back there. He's not moving around creating things on his own. I'll put the Bills at number 4 because they can't get past the Kansas City Chiefs, who are at number 3. However, for the Chiefs, Kelsey, there was a drop last season. You can see the end. You can see the end is coming for Travis Kelce. And then their best wide receiver before he went out last year with the injury, and now he's a criminal, Rashee Rice, he's going to be suspended for the first couple of games. We'll see how that goes.
Xavier Worthy.
They're talking Xavier Worthy, and they're talking about a 4th-round guy that they just got too. So we'll see how that goes there. Number 2, I've got the Eagles, but let's be real. Saquon Barkley had he was the MVP of that team last year.
Tater toter.
He had 470 touches last season. He's going to get hurt at some point this year. That's just how this goes. That's how the league goes. So, which A.J. Brown's then going to get pissed off, and he's going to ask for a trade at some point in the season, and they'll probably trade A.J. Brown, and the Eagles will end up missing the playoffs. Number 1, and they haven't been able to break through, but my God, they were the best team in the AFC last year, but they didn't break through. But
The Crows?
If the Ravens cannot win the Super Bowl this year, then Lamar Jackson is never winning a Super Bowl. They're set up. The Ravens are loaded. They've got the offense. They kept Ronnie Stanley. If he's awesome again on the offensive line, you got Lamar, you got Derrick Henry, you got Zay Flowers, you got DeAndre Hopkins on your defense. You've got everything we said there with the defensive line. You've got Roquan Smith. You have Nate Wiggins now in the secondary to go with Marlon Humphrey. They are freaking stacked. The Baltimore Ravens, on paper, and the Super Bowl's not won on paper, the Baltimore Ravens have the best team in the NFL. This is their year.
This is the year. This is the year of the Raven.
The paper Super Bowl.
Tonight is the first preseason game in the National Football League. It's the Hall of Fame game with the Lions and the Chargers. Lions are a 2-point favorite in this game. 32.5, 33.5 is the over-under, depending where you're looking right now. This has 32.5 on it right now, but I got my bet in under 33.5. It's stupid to bet preseason football, right?
Stay away.
Except it's the first preseason game, so I am betting the first preseason game.
For points.
I'm taking the under and rooting for just sloppy, terrible fourth-string play.
Yeah.
The last time, how about this? A little nugget for you. The last time the Hall of Fame game scored 40 points, 2013.
12 years ago.
Yeah. Last time there were 40 points scored in the Hall of Fame game was
Could be a Lane
2013.
Whitaker do theory here.
Oh, no. Do theory?
I don't know.
Do theory?
Roser, no, I would say no. That's not do. It's just everybody sucks.
Everybody, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
And nobody good's playing. Hendon Hooker, though.
Hendon
Hooker.
They're going to come out slinging it.
Yeah, he might come throw some long passes.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I would advise taking the under. I don't advise betting preseason football.
Yeah.
In fact, it's one of the dumbest things to do. But since it's the first game, I always do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to bet the under. That's what I'm going with tonight.
Fair. Fish, I'll roll with you.
That baby.
I'll rock
I like it.
I'm not going to let you be the only one here.
I appreciate
on
it.
the gambling show. I'm going to not let you be
It's
the only
football.
one gambling on the football game. I'm going to gamble with you.
I lost all my money betting on the Braves this year.
No, well, that was stupid.
Yes.
I lost
Speaking
a lot
of,
on the
Well,
Braves,
usually
too.
we lose in gambling. So
Steer clear this weekend, too.
Yeah, this weekend, the Braves are taking on the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati today. They got an early game tomorrow, I believe 11 o'clock start tomorrow morning, and then they head to Bristol, where they will play in the racetrack How about that look? Boy, you can get some real bad seats for this baseball game.
I actually looked about getting tickets for this thing, and the ones like the cheapest ones. Can you put that back up, Jacob? The cheapest ones are the ones behind home plate, not behind home plate, but way
Like
behind
back
home
where
plate.
that A is?
Yeah. But even the outfield tickets, look how far those are away from the outfield.
So far. I went to the football game at Bristol when Tennessee played Virginia Tech, and I was at the end in the end zone, and I was way up, and I mean you were so far from the action. It was even in football, and football's bigger than the baseball field.
I had to be when they had the NBA All-Star game in AT&T Stadium in Dallas, or even honestly. Go to WrestleMania. Yeah. And if you sit like in the upper deck at WrestleMania, it's like, dude, they look like ants down there. What did you say the total was?
33.5.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I can touch that. That is
Take the under.
Low. That is
Rob, damn it, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Captain,
CJ's
not
with me.
captain. I'm going with the under.
That up, baby.
That is low.
Yeah, so we're gonna have we'll have baseball at the Speedway this weekend. That's gonna be fun. All right, any free picks?
Yeah, take the Reds in that Speedway game.
I'm taking the Reds tonight.
One
for
team's
sure.
trying to get better right now. One team's trying to get worse as the trade deadline approaches. So I'd take the Reds.
Yeah, Andrew Abbott pitching for the Reds tonight.
The one thing the Reds, on that game on Sunday, the Braves have Strider going.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
so whatever it is.
At the racetrack.
Spencer Strider's pitching for the Braves, but we don't have anybody who can hit, so I would take the other team.
Yeah, Reds
Why
are
can't y'all hit?
Because everybody forgot how to hit.
Yeah. Reds are a 180 favorite against the Braves tonight. I'm going
Acuna's
with the
on the
Reds
disabled
minus 1.5 tonight. Also, I'm going with the under in the football game. So
Let's
that's
go.
what we're doing.
Let's go football. I want here. No, I gotta look at this football stuff. I can give you a hella pick.
Yeah.
A goated pick.
Okay.
Chargers versus Lions.
Hendon Hooker anytime touchdown.
No, we not going that. We're gonna go. Where's my? Do we not get player props here? Are they not giving me player props? If you can find Trey Lance to throw a touchdown pass, give me Trey Lance. Okay. Over 1.5 touchdowns.
Oh,
he's playing like 3 quarters tonight. Like
1.5.
He's gonna have a chance.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the Lions aren't going to let Aiden Hutchinson just go destroy him. So, yeah.
All right. There you go.
Who do you think? I think we got a real coach battle here between Harbaugh and Dan Campbell.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Who can drink more milk at a time?
Dan Campbell. He's like
question
twice
that
the size of Harbaugh.
Yeah. Go with Campbell.
If they both are chugging the
Can we bet that?
the 2 gallon 2%, who finishes first?
Dan Campbell. Not even close.
Campbell.
If they're eating a raw ribeye, who finishes it first?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
The way
eats it with his
Harbaugh
hands.
would win if it was like a contest to see who could talk the milk into going sour. Harbaugh could probably do that.
Damn, all right, so we're going Dan Campbell. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for us here today on The Odds Couple. We'll be back with you again on Monday here on the program. Until then, enjoy all the action this weekend. Good luck with all of your bets. And for CJ, Roser, Lang, I'm Fish. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Monday again here on The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.